Hello and welcome back to Miss Craft's Let's Layer. I am Barbie Giannoni and today I am bringing you the knit stitch. Now if you knit every single row and you're doing back and forth knitting, you are going to end up, sorry about my circular needles here, but you are going to end up with something like this. And this is actually the garter stitch, as they say, for the swatch that we have here. This is using all knitting stitches and flipping it over, knitting the rest or the back as knit. So I will continue on with this and show you how to do the knit stitch. Now I hold my my yarn like this. Others tend to kind of hold it in this hand and do a throw thing. As a crocheter, originally, I find holding the yarn for tension like this a lot easier. So, as you can see, my circular knitting needle is curled up around here. But I just prefer my circular knitting needles over my straight. So I'm going to go ahead and use my circular knitting needle for this particular demonstration. So, without further ado, the knit stitch. So you're going to come in with your right hand needle. Now, of course, as you can tell, I'm a right-handed knitter. So I'm going to come along here. If you are left-handed, I am sorry, I am not going to have any. I just don't know how to left-hand knit. For that, I apologize. But if you're a righty, right hand, I would call it an empty needle or your new needle, and you're going to go and slip your knitting needle as such into the stitch that you want to knit. So then you wrap it around and draw it through. I went kind of slower so things kind of feel funky to me, but again, basically, this is what they call knitwise. So from the left to the right, in front of in the front part of the stitch, come back, grab the yarn, and pull it through. Again, from left to right in the front part, and pull it through. I got a lot of focus there, I'm sorry. Left to right in the front, pull it through. Now this is kind of exaggerated because you're not going to have your knitting needles that far off. For one, it kind of stretches out your yarn or your other stitches. So in order for this to be kind of look more natural, so it's coming through there, and I'm wrapping and pulling it through. Now, as you can tell, I use my thumb a lot to make sure that I'm keeping stitches on my needles. If things get looking a little too funky, I will go ahead and hold that stitch. Because the last thing you want to do is drop a stitch. It happens to the best of us, but you still don't want. It's a whole other shebang, whole other story if you drop a stitch. So from here, I'm going to turn, because I came to the end of my row here, and I'm going to go ahead and knit this row. So again, in from left to right on the front part of the loop, and pull it through. Left to right, yarn over, pull it through. So as again, I said yarn over, so you're going to see that in patterns as well, to yarn over. That is going to be, that's a way of making a stitch as well. So pull, so left to right, yarn over and pull through. And if I'm going too fast, I'm sorry. I will try to slow down for a little bit here. So left to right, yarn over and pull it through. Left to right, yarn over, pull it through. And one final time, left to right, front of the, and then yarn over and pull it through. And if you continue on doing this, you're going to have a fabric or a gauge swatch that is going to look similar to this. It's a little bit, tension kind of got off on some areas, so it happens. And if you found this informative, please like, share, and subscribe. We're going to be, I'm going to be covering a lot more knitting techniques. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I will try to get to them as soon as possible. Also, like I said, if you found this informative, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time,